Welcome to New Eden, a variety show audio drama that takes you on a thrilling sci-fi adventure through the vast expanse of space. Join us as we explore the galaxy and follow the journey of our heroes as they face impossible odds, encounter strange creatures, and uncover secrets that could change the course of history. Each episode brings you a unique mix of shorts, skits, directed scenes, and reflections that blend together to tell an unforgettable story. So sit back, relax, and get ready to experience the wonder and excitement of New Eden. On the last episode of New Eden, our hero Xaxixx had a high-stakes meeting with the broker, ending in an encounter with the broker that left Xaxixx wounded and unconscious. Will Xaxixx be able to recover in time for the raid on MeditechX? Will his relationship with the broker sour? Will Gorski decide what he wants for dinner? Find out on this episode of New Eden. Now playing Interrogation, The Aftermath.
What happened after the rooftop battle? My memory's a bit hazy, but do we have to talk about this part? Well, nothing of note really happened until the raid itself, so I think we could just... Fine. I woke up in the apartment of a friend's house. Zeiss. I woke up to find her sitting next to me, falling asleep watching my vitals. I tried to turn subtly to make sure it was actually Zeiss without waking her. Then the pain in my shoulder made me let out an involuntary squeal. I closed my eyes and pretended to be asleep. Last thing I wanted to receive one of the slaps of my youth. Closed my eyes and waited. Then waited a little longer to be safe. A little peek with the eye on the opposite side of my head away from her, and bam! I let out and the recoil. Well, the ripples through my body was legendary. I was breathing quick as I tried to breathe out the pain, and it didn't work. The pain was present before, but after that smack, it felt like an intense burning. I tried to adjust to a more comfortable position. Firebombs straight to my nervous system. Tasted blood in my mouth and I gritted my teeth. Numbness in the fingers of my right hand, aching in my shoulder as each wave of pain caused flashbacks to the time of the impact as the bullets hit. It's like I could hear them ringing out again. The ringing of shots, the feelings of falling into the gravel on the roof, and flashes of fear. My right leg moved out of instinct reaction. The pain shoots down to my toes and up my quad. If that wasn't enough, I tried to move my arm to my stomach to feel a sense of relief, but no luck. It burned and throbbed, causing tears to pour down my face. My heart rate started spiking, and I felt Zeiss's hand on my chest while I felt a hot needle plunge into my neck. The pain didn't go away, but my heart rate slowed. My nervous system started to relax a bit, and my body felt like a heavy blanket of numbness was keeping the pain at a threshold. The hot tears on my still throbbing face obscured my vision, but I turned to Zeiss to see tears running down her face as well. I was speechless. She had said through gritted teeth, "If you can't handle the pain, you shouldn't have gotten shot, you idiot." She was sad to see me in that state. I could tell that wasn't a reason for the tears. Nah, her anger was 5 times greater than her sadness, and I could see her struggling to contain it. I tried to stop myself from speaking. I really did, but I just whimpered out a, "I'm sorry, Zeiss," involuntarily, and smack! The first one could have made a bailiff cringe. That second one took the remaining morsel of my dignity. Don't you dare speak, she glowered. Just lay there and keep your mouth shut. I did as she said, this time containing my tears, holding back every urge in my body to break down. I did my best to breathe, and soon faded back into a deep sleep from whence I awoke. As far as reunions go, that might have been one of my better ones.
Now playing Infotainment Capsule, Life in the Dust Bowl.
Welcome to Life in the Dust Bowl. As you journey beyond the glittering towers of the megacities on Mars, you'll find vastly different landscapes. The dusty plains stretch out as far as the eye can see, dotted with rusted out hovels and makeshift shacks cobbled together from scavenged materials. The air is thick with the scent of iron and dust, and the constant whirring of machines and generators fill your ears. The harsh Martian sun beats down relentlessly, and even the toughest of settlers must constantly battle against the elements to eke out a living. In these humble communities, you'll find a fierce sense of resilience and a spirit of camaraderie that binds the people together. Through hard work and determination, they've carved out a life in this unforgiving land, and they'll be the first to tell you that there's beauty to be found in the Dust Bowl, if you know where to look.
You want to know what's worse than a dust storm? A dust storm with acid rain. And those fancy city folks thought they had it bad with just a little smog.
It's really ingenious what has been achieved out here. Small farmers keep constant eyes on their crop with their severely limited water and make the most out of every drop. They all meet regularly and exchange farming tips, stories, and recipes. The small clinics make miracles happen with their repaired tech discarded by megacorps. Engineers constantly are prototyping, building, and organizing materials to improve infrastructure and everyday life of those around them. They have near-perfected solar power with water purification stations. There is even a local artist who creates inspiring art pieces from scrap, trash, and whatever he can find laying around.
As long as he doesn't make it political, hopefully he can inspire those around him without some juiced corporal hog slobbering out of his ivory tower to kick over the little red sandcastle.
The more exotic local cuisine isn't for the faint of heart, with the spicy cactus juice and roasted Martian sandworms being the delicacies of choice.
Just be careful of space peyote. I was waiting for the spice, and then the giant caterpillar started crawling out of the dunes, and the ground turned into rainbow quicksand as I was about to follow the Aries into the pit for a thumb wrestling battle. But some Martian gave the spicy cactus juice, and the scorching of my insides brought me back to reality. One good drink.
Did any of that really happen?
Maybe.
Good enough. Make sure you stay away from the shroud of the dark side underground.
No, really. Stay away from the dark side underground.
Enjoy your stay in the Dust Bowl.
Now playing Memory Codex, Get Well Xaxixx.
I wake up feeling a little chilly. There's a light dust storm outside. No wonder I slept so well. Reminds me of years past. Looks like I'm alone, and from the drop in temperature it must be dark outside. I check my codex. My inner ear plate isn't functioning, so I turn my codex down low and check my messages.
Xaxixx, buddy. I hope you're feeling better soon. And if you're not, just remember that pain is weakness leaving the body. And in your case, it is a lot of weakness. But seriously, get better. We got shit to do.
Hey, Xaxixx, heard you're taking a break from getting shot. To focus on your recovery. Get well soon, buddy. I'll keep the work piled up for when you're feeling better.
Xaxixx, you're not dying on us yet, are you? Get back on your feet soon, or we're running out of people to do the heavy lifting around here, though.
Hey, Xaxixx, I heard from a friend of a friend of a friend that lying down in a bed of irradiated rocks can really speed up the healing process. Don't worry, I've already sent some over to your place. I hope you feel better soon. I heard that mixing equal parts of Martian sand and melted ice caps can cure any ailment. I got a guy who can sell us some premium sand, so let me know if you want me to send it over to you. You're not allergic to uranium, or are you?
Come on, bro. A whole day already gone, and are you waiting for flowers or something? It's a few bullets. What do you need? Me to shoot you with a few myself so that you build up a tolerance?
Wow, my inbox is like a party, but only people I hated from the academy were invited. The room I'm in is cold and dark. There's some pretty decent gear in here. Pretty decent sized room for being in a dust bowl, too. Wait, why am I back in the dust bowl? Oh, yeah, Zeiss. I shot a light from my codex around the room. Pretty decent size. What's Zeiss been up to since I've been gone? I don't see her, so I grunt through the pain and sit myself up a bit. It took a while to regain my breath. I'm able to tolerate the pain a little more now, but believe me, it's still there. Guess I'll try to hail Gorski. Honestly, I have no idea if the radio waves are safe given the situation I'm in. I could try infrared, but I think he would have already been trying to receive the message. Wait, thanks, Xaxixx. He's already sent you a message. Check the type. Ah, there we go. Encrypted Z-band. Guess it has to be close to the concept of high-frequency X-band radio waves like the ISS space station used. Well, that means he must have sent these with some type of weird oscillating waves. I don't know if it's impressive that I came to this conclusion or if Gorski would call me an idiot for taking so long to... Oh yeah, gotta call Gorski. Damn, I really don't want to talk to that guy right now. Kinda just want to lay back down. Here goes nothing.
Look at that. You actually figured it out. I'm actually impressed.
Dang, I didn't know I'd be so relieved to hear your voice.
Well, who wouldn't? I've been told my voice resembles the subtle, dulcet pounding of pterodozers flattening the terrain.
Bro, that's not a compliment.
To you it isn't. So what's up? You ready to get up and get at them? Or you and your girlfriend too busy cuddling up?
Dude, my earplay isn't working. I got you on low volume. Please, chill. If she heard you say that, she'd tear me a new one, shove my codex link in it, and then sew it shut.
You lucky devil, you.
Seriously though, until I get this earplay repaired, I need you to calm it down a little. Other people will be able to hear you.
Yeah, buddy, you can count on me.
I need to lie down and rest a little. Can you handle some operations on my codex remotely for me?
Sure, give me access to your personal device and processes. Xaxixx, did you not take a single cybersecurity briefer?
Look, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here now. So sorry, I'm gonna need to lean on you just a little bit more until I can repay the debt. Thanks, I really owe you one.
Shut up, you idiot. Debts between friends never go well.
So we are friends?
If you tell anyone, I'll delete you from existence.
No problem, friend.
Ignoring you. Now, let's see. Looks like you got some chrome chumba. The broker is calling. I already deduct 2 of his calls. We should probably answer. You talk to him, I don't have the patience.
Chrome, what are you...
Zax, baby, in the flesh!
Sweet Jesus, can you lower him by like 99%?
Done and done.
Can you hear me all right in your end, Zaxy Poo?
Like a fish in a bowl.
Maybe leave the similes to me, my friend.
He said it again.
Radi Boga. Can we get on with it?
Zaxy, what's going on? I thought you would be back like Stefan Segali in a jiu-jitsu flick by now.
Sadly, the mess you left me to clean up left me a little more than out of commission.
Careful, Zaxby. That almost sounded like an accusation. Let's not confuse the wolves for sheep.
Gorski projects a message on the wall from my codex. Keep cool.
He'll bounce back, but we may have to push the raid back a little.
Oh, no can do, Gorgor. I already got plans underway, and the raid must continue as scheduled, or someone has to reimburse me for my trouble. And like a Babylonian companion, my time ain't cheap.
How long do I got?
Be at the Maid Cafe outside of MeditechX in 3 days, as the sun sets when the bell in the clock tower rings. Don't keep me waiting. I'll be seeing you.
The ensuing silence was paralyzing.
That psychopath is going to leave you to your death. Or bring it to you all the same. This mission is suicide.
My odds have been worse.
You can barely speak.
That's never stopped me before.
You realize you would have to get back to the city, prep to go undercover in a highly guarded facility, and recover well enough not to raise eyebrows, all while being able to perform a job you've never done with nothing but your own wit and me in your ear.
Good enough.
Guess it can't be helped. I'll leave you to your rest.
Wait, Gorski, you mind, staying on the line just a little bit longer?
Yeah, no problem, friend.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Now playing voice chat. Meet the Code Breaker.
Gorski, my man. I think we must have lost connection for a second there. Like my relationship with God.
What a shame. But to me it sounded like you were on the toilet.
No, I'm still in the toilet.
That was 2 hours ago.
No, I'm having a revelation. I feel like Jesus on the mound.
Isn't that Moses on the mountain?
Same difference, really.
Isn't that why God stopped talking to you?
Anywho, I'm too busy today to debrief you about the mission, so I'm gonna let my right-hand man, the Code Breaker, handle the specifics.
That wouldn't just happen to be you, would it?
Of course not.
Very well, patch me through to him.
Get this started.
So nice to meet you, Mr. the Code Breaker.
Yeah, I'm sure. I usually wouldn't waste my time with low levels, but the broker asked for my help personally.
Well, he is super important. I wouldn't want to disobey an order from him.
Right? Plus he's like the smartest guy in the galaxy. Finally someone gets it.
Yeah, I had heard. Well, I shouldn't say.
Say what?
You know what they say, gossip has no place in the workplace. And you yourself are a professional working for such a powerful man. I wouldn't want to waste your time.
Well, I gotta keep my ear to the ground. Bad gas travels fast.
Well, this one is a little smelly, so...
No, just this one.
I guess as soon as we hammer out these details, I'll tell you everything. Have to be careful though, I don't know you that well. And I wouldn't want to be the one to expose such a monumental secret.
As a sign of goodwill, I can share with you some classified details that only I, the upper brass of MeditechX, companion from uptown, know.
What?
That last part was a joke.
I assumed as much.
I'm sending you a blueprint, as well as the code to some prototype augments.
Mr. the Code Breaker, you impress me. Only a genius could have compiled all of this data. I would have thought with this level of genius, you would have had an honorary doctorate by now.
My talents would have been wasted in academia, but boy, have they tried.
I guess a deal is a deal. Now time for my end of the bargain.
Oh, do tell.
Get a better voice changer.
These guys are fun.
Now playing Memory Codex. How Xaxixx got his groove back.
Day 1. No rest for the wicked. I was awakened rudely in the early hours of the morning. Lifelessly, his eyes told me, "You can't stay here." I said, Yeah, I'll move along. I moved to get up and feel a wound sending pulses of pain through my body. Annoyed, she said, "How are you going to pay me for this?" To which I responded, "Who, me?" Slap 3 didn't feel nearly as good as the first two. I told her, "Look, give me like 3 days and I can..." Then I told her I swear I had this gig, and she moves to hit me again, and then I winced. I moved to dodge. I fell out of bed and onto the cold hard floor. The pain became overwhelming as I felt the wounds opening up again. I started vomiting, and as my body shaked and recoiled from the shock, she just said with a defeated cringe, "You're pathetic." Through my heavy breathing, there's no argument there. Zeiss went rummaging through the drawer and threw a MeditechX at me. I raised my hand to catch and drop it in my leg, still feeling the pain open up from the wound in my forearm. She told me, "You have 4 days to pay or override the connection to that chrome I put in you and fry the synapses out of your brain." And I said, "Good enough." To which she said, "What?" And I said, "Good stuff." And then she glared at me and left in a huff. Wait, that's like a Dr. Seuss rhyme.
Holy what did you do to make her hate you so much?
I inject myself with the MeditechX and feel the sedatives numb the pain a bit, followed by the burn of my muscle fibers starting to vibrate as the cocktails of steroids, antiseptics, and hormones do their work. Oh, me?
Jesus.
She probably just missed me while I was away.
Christ.
Well, guess there's good work to be done. I better get moving.
May want to hit the shower real quick.
And ruin my bi-weekly schedule?
I got a list of stuff you're probably going to need. Sending it to your codex link now.
Coolio. Guess I better clean these wounds before I redress them. Hit me back in an hour.
Polka.
A nice warm meta scrub in the shower and a manly cry, much different from weeping by the way, and I was ready to rock. I changed out the linen Zeiss had on me and slipped into my clothes. The patchwork over the bullet holes looked pretty 20th century hip hop, but I was about it. Yo, G-Man.
A little bit of professionalism, please.
Play playlist, walking around music.
Hard pass.
Please?
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because I'm not allowing you to be one of those people who play music out loud in public since your earplate isn't working.
Can you at least play it softly and just have it quiet to near inaudible when I approach people?
What am I, your servant?
My bad, I just thought you'd be able to whip up an algorithm on the fly. Guess even you have limits.
One, that thing won't work on me, and two, I'm not doing it because you asked. I'm doing it just to show you the speed in which I'm the best to ever do anything.
Wow, you are good.
Some say the best.
Ooh.
You wouldn't know them. You have to actually be someone in this town to be in my circle.
I'm fine with being square. Now let's get moving and grooving.
Jesus, this guy.
I step out into the sunlight, pressure on my pupils. I take in a deep breath. Not too refreshing, but it's good to be out and about. My body still aches with pain, and I was hoping the MeditechX would do a little bit more, but complaining never fixed anything that hard work did. Still though, I tried to be strong, but this leg is not going to make it, I'm afraid. I tried to be light on it, but I had to grab a stick to use it to hobble around, and I still feel like every step will be my last. The tensile strength of this stick is strange. It's not very dense at all, but I have no doubt it would take a laser to get a clean cut on this bad boy.
Alright, listen up, Stumpy. First item on the itinerary is securing a real scan module for your codex link. You need to be able to map things in 3D and analyze things when you are offline.
Bro, why does everybody have my number?
Do you seriously not know who that is?
Yeah, you haven't heard of the Code Breaker? The broker's king of the keys?
1, that's plagiarism. And 2, why would I know the name of an underground crime lord's tech jockey?
Well, even you're capable of rational thought. Xaxixx, I'm proud of for once.
You better change that tone or you won't have the luxury of my help.
So what?
I have information you would have never dreamed up.
Yeah, that's cool and all, but Gorski's kinda cracked.
In more ways than one, Zax boy.
I don't really have anything else better to do right now.
You can hang, just don't be weird about it. Gorski sends me a message over a private channel.
Xaxixx, I don't think we need this guy for reasons.
Look, he's a jerk, but everyone deserves a friend.
Not everyone.
Alright, Code Broker, let's do this.
That's code breaker.
Sure thing. I scour the marketplace, walking past small camps, homes, and farms. It's like if Tatooine had more personality, but still somehow sucked. I hit my favorite shop first, the pawn shop. Howdy.
Get lost, cripple.
Bro, why are you people so comically inhospitable?
Well, 5 syllables. Put on our smarty pants today, have we?
For a second, I thought you were one of these lazabouts with no money.
Well, to be fair, I don't have much money on me.
Then get lost, cripple.
I just want to trade for this scanner module.
It's 350 credits.
It's broken.
Okay, for you, 450.
Whatever, lady, scam someone else with your junk.
I'm not a lady.
After I hobbled a half block away out of earshot, Gorski chirps in.
Look, buddy, how are you gonna survive on the outskirts without some thick skin? Yeah, that merchant was a jerk, but we need that scanner.
You mean this scanner?
Wow, look at you. Wait, hold the codex still. Xaxixx, that one's in even shittier shape than the other one.
He is so bad at this, I might lose my job just for helping.
It's a little rough around the edges. They weren't paying attention to this one. Plus, I'm pretty sure this one has a better sensor, and I can rig it for a little more functionality.
What do you know about hardware?
Well, he himself is a meat machine that doesn't seem to be running any software, so...
Not as much as Zeiss, but I know a few tricks.
You ever going to elaborate more on the two of you?
Probably not.
Who is Zeiss?
This isn't going to be a problem down the line, is it?
Oh, most likely it will.
Wait, who is Zeiss?
Beautiful. Crossing scanner off the objective list. Next, we need to obtain some stimulants and suppressants. I know you're fighting like hell right now, but the trained eyes of those security guards will be able to spot what's wrong with you in a second.
Don't cross it off the list. He has a broken piece of garbage that might not even take a low-res picture in ideal conditions.
So we gotta find a drug dealer.
But, and break the law? We gotta find a pharmacist.
What's the difference?
Nothing at all.
Okay, am I like muted or something?
No, just really annoying. I head over to the local medical tent, doubling as a pharmacy, and pop inside. Howdy, miss. The woman behind the counter looks up.
What can I do you for?
I hobble over to the counter. I had a run-in with some bad hombres. In some rough shape, my butt even worse.
Well, I can only give you the normal camp ration.
Oh, okay. Well, can you just give me muscle stimulant and pain suppressant for my buddy?
Sorry, hun, since you're the only one here, I can only give you your supply.
No biggie, I'll be fine. Just a pain suppressant will be fine. My codex chirps.
Come on, bro. Don't worry about me. You have bullet wounds, for Christ's sake.
Why don't...
I turn my codex off and smile at the pharmacist. One pain suppressant, please. The woman gives me a warm frown and hurries to grab the medicine. I turn my codex into payment mode and go to the terminal. The woman grabs my hand gently and shakes her head with a warm smile.
You are such a good friend.
I shed a tear and bow as low as I can and leave the pharmacist stand.
Look, bro, that was real smooth and all, but I don't know how I feel about stealing from kind-hearted locals.
That's when this job is done. I'm gonna come back and repay the favor.
Assuming you make it back from the job.
Be careful about promising chickens you haven't cooked. We don't even know for sure what we are getting from this deal.
There'll always be another job. But here, whatever I can give can do a lot of good.
That's pretty admirable.
To who?
Wow, she gave me a MeditechX, 2 pain relievers, and 2 stimulants. What else we got on the list? I'm about to call it a day soon. I'm on my last leg, so to speak.
You need a near-field communications chip. That way we can spoof codes and credentials in real time.
Sweet, got something back at Zeiss's lab that should do the trick.
Bro, who the is Zeiss?
Well, I guess we can call it a day then. Hit me when you get back.
If I get back.
Is that a woman?
Now playing Hello Short, How We Can Breathe with No Atmosphere.
Excuse me?
Ah, hey there, little man, what's shaking?
You're from the mega city, right?
Something like that.
So you know all types of stuff, huh?
Bits and pieces, yeah.
Do you know how we breathe here when there's no atmosphere?
That's easy. We just brought a bunch of oxygen from Earth with us.
Come on, mister. We don't just get sucked into space. Even I know that.
Fine. Listen, kid, I didn't go to college. If I had to make a guess, I'd say it's because those rods up there. Those rods create a force field type of electrical coating around the camp that makes sort of an air bubble. It's not perfect, but there is a larger system protecting New Eden as a whole, so this one doesn't have to work as hard to protect from the harsh environment and provide a solution to Mars' thin environment.
Like a bunch of bullshit. I don't believe you.
It would be cool to be an engineer. I would think of it like how an outdoor space heater works, and think more in terms of dispersion. Right now, I think there are a series of relays, with each point being a transmitter and receiver. With the fact that they're already high up, you could add like a moisture dispersal system, and if you charge those particles, it would further enhance the protective capabilities of the field, blocking out more dust and even helping control the humidity and temperature. I think there is a bit of moisture loss when it comes to vapors, but you can further enhance the system by harnessing that vapor and redispersing it to like further reduce water consumption. Also, providing UV protection against harmful radiation. I recommend talking to those eggheads over there. Those are some smart cookies. If excuse me, I gotta go brush up on some jargon.
I don't believe anything you just said. I think you're full of I hate you.
Now playing Voice Chat, Day 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Sweet Lord, my body is screaming in agony. I only have today to prepare. Keep trying to get my body to move, but it won't listen. It hadn't occurred to me that should everything else go to plan, I still have to go on to New Babylon when the bailiffs probably have my face in their system, ready to be picked up by any facial recognition camera.
Look, we can only focus on what is important right now. Can you make it over to the workbench if you use one of the medis?
If I use this MeditechX, then I won't have it for later.
Look, you can't save it for later if you don't make it to later. Use it.
He's right. I grabbed the MeditechX from my bag near the bedside and gripped my teeth and injected it into my thigh. Still don't have a strong grip with my right arm, but I'd rather not be walking with a hindrance. As the serum works its way down to my calf, I feel the same burn and numbing as before, but now the regrown muscle fibers trying to bond gives me the feeling of a cramp. It hurts, but I can now stand and limp on it a little bit with slightly less pain.
Better?
Practically a new man.
Splendid. Let's get to business. Turn on the camera on your codex and link me into a PC so I can help you get this gear sorted.
Did you guys start without me?
Start what?
The planning? What else?
Bro, we don't even like you. Why would we include you?
I didn't even do anything.
That's the point. You haven't done anything.
Fine then. I'll guide this workshop sesh.
Bro, you weren't even invited to the sesh.
It's cool, let him sesh.
What?
If he wants to prove he's an asset to the squad, and not just a waste of time, let the man sesh.
Okay, let's get on with it.
As a show of goodwill, I'll just send data to your end and talk you through it while you pilot the tech. It's a good time to level up your skills.
Heard that.
Overseeing connection, preparing a backup.
Alright, grab that micro saw and open up the whole back of the scanner case. Beautiful. Now unscrew those wires and circuitry and take the whole shebang out. And be careful not to damage the sensors. This isn't a bad haul, my boy. You have an eye for potential. We got infrared, UV, and ultrasonic sensors. Serious mod capabilities. You got any spare parts to make a discrete casing to attach to your codex?
Yeah, I got an idea.
Hey, what did I tell you about those MeditechX?
There's an old broken oximetry sensor that I can put on 2 fingers like a ring, so I don't have to take my codex link off.
That's pretty good, but it will stick out like a sore thumb, quite literally.
That's why I'm going to make an attachment to this glove I have here. I can wear it around my wrist and just add a simple slider and lever mechanism to motorize it and make it legit.
I feel like he avoids the minor details on purpose.
Oh, for sure. He just thinks he will be able to waltz in there with it hidden and not immediately get caught.
Why would I try to hide it when I can just wear it?
You completely lost me.
No, he has lost it. Why would just wearing it on your wrist not be obvious?
Because I'm a medical equipment specialist. It's just a tool of the trade.
Oh, he's good. This is so stupid that it might just work.
That's him. That's pretty much the whole thing, and in fact, it's pretty much just his entire existence.
I'm an expert on the minor details. I'm like a bookmark in the margins.
My God.
That's actually pretty good.
Next, I want to implement an injection system so I can administer the medicines without needing to excuse myself, in case I don't have the freedom of movement.
Choosing on the job? Oh, this is getting spicy. But my boy, I'm afraid you don't have the tech skills to get this fabrication out yet.
That's for sure. We gotta get a little more rudimentary with it, a la Mad Max, tube in the vein. If you're wearing some kind of scrub, we can run the tubes down your arm with a trigger in your gloves. Keep it low-tech. Maybe even take the injection mechanism out of a MeditechX and have it jab in an injection site with the appropriate drug.
You're thinking we're oil and cooking, but we gotta think about the tubes. Are you gonna wear them on your chest like a badge of honor? Wait.
Bingo boingo, chieftain. No one would do something so avant-garde and strange like this except some medical academia nerd who wants to show his own commitment and ingenuity through passion projects, such as building a performance-boosting injection rig to show his handiwork.
This is so stupid.
No. I want to see how deep this rabbit hole goes at this point.
Please, no. Can we just move on to the NFC chip?
Here's the piece de la resistance.
Is that literally an Apple Watch?
Bro, those are like rarer than Nintendos these days.
And this.
A Galaxy Watch?
Yeah, baby. I like the form factor more on this one. And I want to feel like James Bond.
Alright, we got some serious tinkering to do to mesh all this tech together and get the functionality we want.
Jeez, working on a Sabbath. At least since these are so cold, I can emulate and heavily alter the software to do everything we wanted to do. Even wire in some of those other components.
Xaxixx, you might be the weirdest genius I know.
Please don't call him that when we have to do all the work. Get guiding him. He has to get real familiar with that torch, saw, and solder kit real quick.
I want to preserve the sensors and original features as much as we can. Got some old NFCs that won't be as readily traced as current tech. You can even get some decent vitals and utility from them that won't raise eyebrows or alarms.
Damn, this might actually be pretty cool. We really gotta talk to Zeiss to figure out that chrome you keep forgetting is in you.
Will you please tell me who Zeiss is?
While you guys are at it, see what you can do about getting that ear plate working. If we can link that, the chrome, and the sensors, you're going to be a real dangerous man. Setting up overlay for modifications, heating up tools, 3, 2, 1, and you are ready to go.
Piloting now.
Alright, let's make some music, baby.
Now playing Voice Log, The Climber.
All right, time to get this started. It's kind of corny, but I really like the part in documentaries when the subject introduces themselves, off the cuff. And if I actually do this, I hope this is in it. My name is Joshua Holroyd, and I was born on Mars. My parents were Mizga and Sarter Holroyd from Earth, and they gave up everything to bring our family to a planet with a future. So I guess I owe every opportunity to them. Not a lot of them to go around. these days. But there is one. I've been a climber since birth. My parents said as soon as I figured out my arms, I used to climb them like a jungle gym. And I've been putting in hours in the climbing sim every day since I was 12. My parents told me stories about Earth. One that really stuck with me was before the plate shifts, there was this mountain called Everest that was covered in dead people. Frozen corpses on the mountain of people who tried to climb to the top but couldn't hack it. And that just attracted more people because what if you could hack it? What if there was just something that separated you from them? Growing up on Mars and seeing it become something worse than the nightmare my parents tried to escape on Earth, it just became clear to me now that there is some elusive something that everyone either has or doesn't. And there's no way to know until it's put to the test. Some people live to reach the top of Everest, and some people die without ever even seeing it. Some people have a shit life. They would kill themselves to escape. And some people have it so good, they would kill others to keep from having to share it. We've got a mountain on Mars called Olympus Mons. Volcano, really. It's 3 times as tall as Everest was. And just as cold now that the magma flow's been redirected to where people actually live. Not the dustiest part of the dustiest damn planet worth living on. I want to be the first to climb it. Without assistance from any vehicles or other climbers. I'm going to take Mars in my own 2 hands and trample its face below my own 2 feet, just like it's done to me every day for the past 30 years. It's no secret that the Earth is better now. There was a dark time of humanity where the choice to flee or to fix needed to be made, and I don't think my parents meant to choose wrong. But that invisible something could have been in their hands, and they just chose not to try their luck. I don't want to call them cowardly, because not rising to the occasion was the only way they could be sure that I would live. And I'll always be thankful. Now, I can see if I have something, anything in me. I don't know how much of this would make good documentary talk. Fuck it, I'll wrap it up. Now, it's a different time. Earth is perfect. Paradise. And Mars isn't. I honestly think that Earthlings nowadays won't ever need to know if they have it. They have the rewards, but there's no need to struggle for them. All we do on Mars is struggle. But Earth is invitation only for a born and raised Martian like me. But I bet right now that those utopians on their blue planet weep because there are no more worlds fit for them to conquer. And now is the time for them to hear about Chatru from Mars, who had nothing but still climbed the tallest peak in the solar system. Because deep down, I am something.
Now playing Memory Codex, The Ballad of Hippocrates.
I exit Xaxixx workshop and start heading to get my stuff.
You must have a death wish. I feel the very real threat of death looming around the corner in that room.
You're the one who told me to talk to her.
Bro, I thought she was mad at you. Dude, she really hates you.
For now.
Where are you going?
To the garage.
It's like this random spidey sense that there's a bad idea just permeates my brain. No clue where it could be coming from.
I open the back door to Xaxixx's delivery van and hop inside.
There's got to be a better way.
Most likely, but this is the least amount of work. Xaxixx makes delivery to New Babylon every few days, and I got the code broker to make a fake order to MeditechX. Delivery vans usually aren't vetted too hard. When she gets to the city, I'll slip out on an early delivery to the Maid Cafe to meet the broker, and find where she is on her delivery route before she stops by MeditechX.
You guys did all this when? And you're just talking and colluding with that guy now?
Jealous?
Oh yeah, really sorry I missed the conversations between Pinky and the dumbass.
Oh well, see you in a few hours. Gonna take a Legends nap.
Isn't that just adorable?
Wait, almost forgot. Gotta grab something.
More medicine? What is that?
It's a surprise that'll help us later. A few hours later, I hear Gorski in my ear.
Xaxixx, wake up, you idiot. You're about to enter customs. They have a bioscanner to detect smugglers.
Bio what?
You seriously didn't? No, you are so obnoxious. Is this what the vials are for?
Come on, that's nothing compared to that late call for the sewers.
Fair enough. What's in those vials that's going to stop that bioscanner from detecting you?
Well, poison, of course. No matter how recently deceased, the bioscanners don't alert to cadavers.
It's like there are so many... Bro, there are so many ways you could just make your life easier, but you choose the dumbest and the riskiest route possible. Like you didn't just get holes put in you like cheese in a Tom and Jerry cartoon.
Yeah, but the other ways don't make for a legend to be told generations later. Let me know when I'm in range of the scanner and I'll take the poison. Then when I'm clear, remotely trigger my injection mechanism through my codex link and it should resuscitate me.
What's my timing window before it's too late?
No clue. Just try not to wait too long, please. Gorski?
What? Was just thinking. You have approximately 30 seconds until you enter the scanner's range. I will just administer the poison and antidote myself, since I can monitor your position.
Yeah?
Problem?
Hey, we're friends, right?
Sleep tight.
Gorsk? For some reason, I was very nonchalant about dying. That is, right up until I went and died. That's when I thought, this might be a little stupid. I awoke to a burning in my muscles.
Eddie, I had to use the muscle stimulant on you and you weren't waking up even after the serum. We had about 25 minutes to meet the broker and the closest train leaves in roughly 10. You gotta get moving.
My muscles are on fire.
What was in that serum?
I don't know, hemlock and some other stuff.
Xaxixx, I'm really trying over here. You're talking about the same hemlock that killed Socrates, or I'm hoping you meant the party drug, but seeing as your vitals are not recovering faster, I know it's the worst of the two. We have to make an agreement that you stop doing the dumbest possible option at any given moment. This isn't D&D. This is serious.
Well, in her notes it looked like she'd cure the effects.
Xaxixx, the fact that you are still alive is a miracle, but you need to use your head. Eliminating the effects won't make you good as new. You have undone all the recovering you have done in the past 2 days. We gotta call it.
No, I'm proceeding to the meeting.
Xaxixx, there's no way you can make it through this mission like this.
If I can't make it off that train, I'll call it and never argue a decision with you again. Sound good? If anything, you know I'm a man of my word.
Alright, just get the car that isn't busy and sit at the back.
I get to the station, with more than one concerned eye targeting my direction. It takes every fiber of my being to resist using the medicine, but I have 1 muscle stimulant left and 2 pain suppressants. I want to use at least 1 pain suppressant when I first enter to make sure I don't get caught during the first impressions, and save the muscle stimulant for an emergency. Might be able to pull double duty on that one. When the train arrives, I slump into the back of one of the middle cars. I know this one usually isn't busy because it's bad luck. Usually it's where the most incidents happen. Now I'm wishing I had at least my sword on me.
Xaxixx, your heart rate is currently at 168. We need to get it down to at least 100 by the time we get off.
He's right. My poor little heart is doing its best, but if this keeps up like this, I'll go into cardiac arrest. Is there any way we can get these cybernetics to do some work?
Here, point your scanner at them individually. I can't do anything since your codex isn't connected to your neural network, but I can at least work out their base functionality from a scan.
While you do that, I'm gonna work on getting my heart rate down, putting my codex on vibrate. I just need about 7 minutes. Turning on ambient noise cancellation. Deep breath. Hold it. Deep breath out again. Deep breath in. Hold. Release. Last time. Hold. Release. First you do a body scan as my breath goes into autopilot. I picture my body from head to toe, floating amongst the stars. Nothing else exists. Starting at my head, a white light emerges like a scanner, soothing as it works its way down in the shell of my corporeal body. My head tension starts to ease up, relaxing my eyes, releasing the jaw. Opening the throat, my shoulders are no longer tense. Down through my arms with a little tingle in my fingers, next the chest. As the light touches the heart and lungs, I breathe a little slower. My heart starts pushing the impurities towards the lower chakras, where my earthly centers can subdue and dismiss the toxins. As the light descends past my organs, down through my thighs and out through my feet, I feel a sense of relief. I bring my consciousness back to the moment and come back online.
Your vitals aren't amazing, but they are surprisingly stable.
If the broker doesn't mess things up, we might have a snowball's chance in hell.
Those odds are a bit optimistic. Those cybernetics in you are a mystery. I think you can activate them if you flex, but you'll need to get to a mod station while in MeditechX for me to make any conclusive deductions. From what I can tell, they seem to be muscle enhancers.
I proceed from the station to the maid cafe. As I step in, his voice immediately calls out to me from the far back of the restaurant.
Sex, baby!
There he is, dressed as Vash the Stampede. Gotta say, his attention to detail is impeccable.
Love and peace, baby.
Vash, how nice to see you.
Man, I thought you would come in some sort of disguise. Incognitus, so to say.
I come here too often for anyone not to recognize me.
You look like Xaxixx, baby. Are you sure you're up for this?
Let's stop beating around the bush and get... Before I can finish the thought, there she is. Shinobu, my favorite maid in the cafe.
Oh no, you look so sick.
I would rather the love of my life not see me this way. It's nothing really, just a bit under the weather today.
Oh, you know my brother?
What?
My brother, Brock.
I turned my head to the broker, who has the dumbest smile I've ever seen in my life, plastered on his face.
Zaxie and I need to talk business, sissy poo. I'll come chat later.
I wanna die, I wanna die, I wanna die, I wanna die. Before I go on, end me now. End my life. Kill me now. Erase me, there's no point in going on.
Isn't she a darling?
He gives me a knowing grin.
Now to business.
He slides me an ID card with my face on it, like I was a young med student. It's amazing. Has cereal coats baked into it. Feels good in the hands. If I didn't know who I was, I'd think it was legit. This is amazing. The subtle thickness. The attention to detail.
Like a bookmark in the margins.
Life has no meaning. I don't want to do this anymore.
Your uniform is ready in the back room. Don't worry about trying to infiltrate MeditechX. You will be accompanying me, and I will make the introductions. So you better not up.
I go into the back room and change into the get-up. My leg starts cramping right while putting on the pants, but after engaging my calf, I feel my legs starting to feel a momentary sense of release, and the tension eases. Pain, not so much, but I take what I can get. As I finish changing, the door opens up behind me. I turn around. Shinobu?
You know, I really like a man in uniform.
Brain.exe has failed. Must escape. Flight systems activate. Muscles, please move. We need to be anywhere else but here, right? Oh, she's walking right towards me.
Oop. Let me fix your collar.
She leans in close.
Be on your guard. My brother was talking to some bailiffs before you came in here, and your name was mentioned.
Sissy!
Just helping Xaxixx fix his collar. Doesn't he look cute in his cosplay?
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be a big hit at the costume party. Let's go, Zach, baby. I don't want to be late to the dance floor.
As I regain control of my body, I put on an awkward smile and move towards the broker. When I meet him, he roughly throws an arm around my shoulder with a rough pat on my bullet wound.
Zaxy, you dog. Be careful now, Dr. Zaxby. We're gonna be late.
He motioned towards the car outside waiting and shows me, following close behind.
Your heart rate is a little up. What's going on?
I look out of the side of my eye at the camera on the street and wink. I'm guessing Gorski picked up on the hint because he didn't ring again until we got to MeditechX. It wasn't a very long ride, which is a shame because I needed more time to remember the interior of the car for when I visualized my dream life. Other time, mayhaps. We go in through a staff entrance, and the broker is leading me with his bodyguards behind us. No scan-ins or anything, we just walk right through most of the security. They all just straighten up when they see him. My problem with the whole situation is that this asshat hasn't taken off his Vasha Stampede costume.
Love and peace, baby. Love and peace. Oh, Dr. H, glad I caught you. Here's that hotshot equipment specialist making waves I told you about.
I don't want to be here, but there's good work to be done. I bow slightly as a sign of respect.
Another fool to impede my work. Come on with you. We'll see how much use I get out of you before you break.
Break a leg, Dr. Zaxby.
I wonder if my badge really says Dr. Zaxby. Oh, for f***'s sake, of course it does. Jesus, this doctor's almost running. I gotta catch up with him. And there's the pain, right on time. I forgot to take that medicine.
We're almost upon my lab. Keep your prying eyes off my experiments. And if so much as a lab rat is out of place, I will be experimenting on you afterwards.
Pain suppressed and applied. Of course, doctor. Use me as a tool in your arsenal.
Here, this confounded machine won't even turn on. Get to work.
Yes, sir.
And don't take long.
He goes off to observe different animals with his notebook as I take out my codex and start to scan the machine in front of me. Moment of truth. The codex makes a diagnosis almost immediately. Holy fuck, this guy didn't even plug it in. I make some fake hmms and ha's to pretend like I'm thinking, and I send a 5G signal to one of Gorski's call signs.
Oh, I don't get you, Xaxixx. You either use unparalleled ingenuity or complete idiotic decision-making. Anyway, good thinking with that 5G signal. It's so trash that no one bothers jamming or monitoring it. That's why you wanted the Apple Watch, huh?
Starting network diagnostics.
What?
My apologies, doctor. Just making a voice log file so the imbeciles around here can take care of this grunt work should the problem arise again. That way you don't have to spend your brilliant brain power on work meant for us common folk.
Finally, someone gets it. They should have sent someone like you from the start. Maybe you can get the rest of these infernal contraptions working, starting with this stupid computer.
Well, you would have to enter your login details so that I could...
It's H-Man Parties as the ID and password 2 as the login. I don't know why I have to keep changing it.
I had to stop myself from jinxing it. The universe hath given me a boon. I said one Martian prayer last night and it came true. I might be converting after this. After unlocking the computer, I plug my codex in, and before Gorski even starts scanning, I see that it's an unplugged network cable causing the problem. Those idiots at IT. This shouldn't even be a problem you have to deal with.
I know! It's like no one has any merit here besides me.
I don't want to disturb your important work with this tinkering and tooling. Is there a time I can come back when you're on break or something? I would hate to be a pest.
Never mind that. I'll just go handle my errands right now and you can fix that stuff now. I'll be back in like 30 minutes.
Ample time, sir. The doctor leads with the same quick stride as before.
Bull.
That was good, huh?
I'm patching in Codebreaker now to see what data we need to collect.
Alright, while you do that, I'm gonna hook up to the Cyberlink station to see what the deal with these augments is.
Gorski set up a remote connection to his PC, and I'll start draining the data.
Done and done. You work on that while I get Xaxixx situated.
Give it to me straight, Dr. Gorski.
You better make up with that Zeiss, because all I'm seeing is more evidence of her brilliance. She not only healed your body parts, but left room in her for future-proofing. This is like the foundation for tech that far exceeds what is available even to Babylonian customers.
Cash. Can you have it add this augment I'm looking at?
A tentacle?
I think it's a tail.
It sure is.
Are we compromised?
I knew it. You have the eye. The eye for greatness. I could tell when you first walked in here. Couldn't resist the urge to see my marvels, could you? But I warned you. You would be one of my experiments.
I am completely fine with that. This tail is calling my name.
I have to. I'm going to the bathroom. I need an anger dump.
You may not survive.
What's the downside?
Oh, man after my own heart.
The doctor straps me in, and the Cyberlink arms begin to move.
So, which eye do you want to enhance?
Wait, what?
Your augments are no use if you don't have control over them. Which eye do you want the AR overlay on?
Well, my left eye is my good one.
Good.
I feel my head get sucked back immediately as something penetrates the back of my skull.
Installing a biolink, my own design, of course. Oh, impressive yet primitive augmentations.
I slowly start losing control of my motor functions as I see a spike starting to draw towards my eye.
Numbing agent from the biolink will help with the pain.
It should be in theory, but doesn't he know you were dead a little bit ago? Your neural network is scorched and your veins are half corroded.
Almost done over here, gents.
And finally, the tail.
Maybe the tail won't be that bad.
It's very rare that Gorski is this wrong. Even rarer that I wish I wasn't so right in my assumption that it'd be god-awful.
I can't override his link to administer the medicine.
Your vitals are horrible right now. But the tail is making a good connection with your neural network and spine. Never you mind, a little bit of Dr. H's special juice will do the trick.
The pain either got so great that it was reset, or the syringe contained a mixture of ketamine, DMT, and whale tranquilizer. Is that the essence of God I see?
I'll check in on you in a sec. My lunch is still in the microwave.
Time passes, but I can't tell how much. The machine has released the restraints. Gorski, how long was I out?
About 8 minutes. I think we need to start planning our exfil soon. The Codebreaker has the data he needs, and I did a bit of poking around on my own.
15-minute adventure, right? In and out.
Yeah, in and out, but...
What's that noise?
I didn't do anything.
Sweet Jesus, what is that roaring?
And there you have it. Will our hero be able to make it out with his new augmentations? Will he be food for the native Martian species? Will the Doctor see through Xaxixx's ruse? And most importantly, will Shinobu ever return Xaxixx's love? Find out the next time on New Eden, a cyberpunk podcast brought to you by the Bowels of Olympus, an AFCAI production.
Hello, this is TJ, aka AFCAI. Thank you for tuning in to episode 2 of the New Eden Cyberpunk podcast. It means so much to have you here, and I hope you visit again as we continue to grow our skills, hone our process, and expand. As always, I hope you experience all the good the universe has in store for you. Mischief managed.